I did vote for Mr. Trump. Deporting the criminals is a great policy. These foundations are poured, ready to go, and we can't even start the construction on them. But we voted for the American dream, and unfortunately, right now, we're not seeing that.
For months, federal agents have been sweeping up workers at construction sites in South Texas.
ICE has raided us anywhere between 10 to 15 times throughout different subdivisions.
Now, work sites across the Rio Grande Valley have ground to a halt. And that's got some Trump supporters in this midterm battleground changing their minds.
These people would just show up to our job sites with no warrants, taking all our workers, even the workers with proper documentation.
Many who work in the construction industry here told us they largely rely on immigrant workers, some of whom are undocumented. DHS did not respond to the Times' request for comment, but in a previous statement, it said these raids protect the nation's workforce.
I've supported Mr. Trump in every election that he's been a part of. We just never thought that this would come and affect us in the construction industry, but most importantly, affect our economy here in South Texas.
We are seeing a reduction of almost 60% of our volume on the residential side of our business. We applied for bankruptcy in December.
We saw a drop in sales of about $5.3 million. For 40 years, we had never laid anybody off, and until this happened, we were forced to.
And beyond construction, local businesses say fear is keeping shoppers at home.
And there's been a lot of loss of sales because of that. It killed us this year.
Construction is one of the main pillars to the economy here. Everybody's hurting.
In the Rio Grande Valley, two of President Trump's top priorities, the economy and mass deportation, are colliding as ICE raids upend the construction industry.
Most of these owners who are Trump supporters are also Latinos or immigrants as well themselves.
They say it really be your own people. They ain't never lied. It really be your own people.
And at a parade along the U.S.-Mexico border, Democrats are trying to capitalize on voters' frustration.
The economic implications are huge. People who voted for Trump are no longer doing it because they can't afford to do it anymore.
For decades, the Rio Grande Valley, where more than 80% of the population is Latino, reliably voted for Democrats. Then in 2024, voters here swung further toward President Trump than almost anywhere else in the country.
I think Democrats stopped showing up here. They took this community for granted, and so when Republican politicians showed up and made big promises, people took a chance. A year later, we're seeing those promises weren't kept.
So we were going to build 196 apartments here in a year. But because of all the ICE raids and all the enforcements that we've been seeing, it's going to take us 3 years now to go ahead and finish this development.
County property records show these slowdowns have spread throughout the industry as banks that lend to home builders report fewer transactions.
We were seeing certain banks that did that kind of lending suddenly have much slower activity. Those numbers were declining about 30 to 40%. We weren't sure why exactly, and I started asking some of these lenders, what is going on? We found out that they were struggling to keep their people on the jobs because of ICE.
In February, Mario requested a meeting with ICE through his congressional representatives. He went to Washington, D.C. with a few other builders and pleaded with them to ease up on job sites in South Texas.
They basically told us that if a construction site is not fenced in, it's considered public property, and that's why they don't have to show a warrant. So we started fencing in all our properties.
He said that after the meeting, ICE activity at job sites did decline, but the damage had already been done.
I hope they realize that this is really, really affecting us, and it's affecting the way that we feel towards the administration.
Who needs enemies when you have your own community? The same people that you think that are going to side with you are the ones who are voting against you. He only regrets his vote because it's affecting him personally. No surprise there. Notice that he has no sympathy over his employees, and he's more upset that his business is being affected. The fact he thought Trump was the American dream is so laughable.
He pleaded to the people, make America great again. We're tearing America apart right now.
Fishermen here in Cortez, Florida are pissed off with the president who many of them voted for, and they're angry because of skyrocketing diesel prices.
I'm really scratching my head because I voted Republican, and most of us in the fishing industry did, and we're not seeing the positives come out of it.
Now, before the war in Iran, gas coming from this pump in Cortez was going for $3.29 per gallon. Now, gas from this pump is closer to $5 a gallon. And for boats like this one, Linnea, which is about to go out on a 2-week sword fishing trip, it needs 4,600 gallons of diesel. And with prices like these, that's making business unsustainable. All of that on top of the fact that these fishermen are also having to contend with President Trump's erratic tariff policy.
When the tariffs initially went into effect, there was a huge jump in all of our tackle and supplies. And even though the tariff percentages were rolled back a little bit, our suppliers never rolled back their prices.
Now, the manager of this family-run fishing company here in Cortez, Karen Bell, tells me that the tariffs and the diesel prices mean she's going to have to raise the price of fish. And that cost is ultimately going to be incurred by the customers.
I'm going to try to push prices up. I hope consumers realize that, when we push prices forward or up, it's not really something we want to do.
And one fisherman warned me that this could mean the end for the fishing industry here in Cortez.
Oh, this could be the final straw for a lot of people. For a lot of people in this industry, man. I mean, we're already taxed to death. Everything, the cost of everything, tackle, the cost of operation, and then the fuel going up. It could be the nail in the coffin for a lot of people. I mean, and it's sad.
And these fishermen have a clear message to President Trump about who's suffering from this war back home.
The working class people like us that are going to suffer from this. There's no benefit to it for any of us. The war is pointless.
I voted Republican because saying I voted for Trump just stings a little bit too much, doesn't it? This comment, chef's kiss. Notice they say they voted Republican now instead of saying they're MAGA. They're switching it up. You're using their big brain, but we know what you're onto. Ask him if you would vote differently in the midterm. It's best to ask this question because we want to see if you're going to stand on business or you're going to fold like a lawn chair like last time.
Trumpers, I just got a question. Y'all didn't get a wall. You didn't get the swamp drain. You didn't get affordable health care. You didn't get eliminated national debt. You didn't get a new infrastructure. You didn't get Hillary Clinton locked up. You didn't get Epstein accountability. You didn't get a 5K Doge check. You didn't get the 2K stimulus check. Man. You didn't get lower grocery prices. You didn't get help buying a home or affordable home prices. They're going up. You did not get America first, and you did not get peace. We at war right now. What the fuck did you get? Mr. I'm finna save America and all. What did y'all get?
Guys, chill. It's short-term pain for long-term gain. If I keep hearing that one more time, I'm gonna lose it. I had a person tell me, I don't care, he can do whatever he wants, I'll support him. After I tried educating him, speechless. When you present them with facts, they'll go and just shoot it back to Joe Biden did this. I don't know what they got, but Trump got a $2.3 billion increase in his net worth in his first month in office. Trump promised everything, delivers nothing, and blames someone else.
Welcome to another episode of FAFO, where I bring you stories of MAGA voters who have entered the find out phase of their vote. Bree on Facebook writes the following: I supported him in the beginning, but now I'm livid. How is this making America great again when us families are going to now have to figure out how to keep gas in our vehicles to get to work and affording to keep food on the table? On Instagram, this user left this comment on a post that says the following: I'm 45, a veteran, registered Republican my entire voting life. I voted for Donald all 3 times. I got fooled and fell for his BS. I was never a diehard MAGA crap. I just wanted an America First agenda. This entire administration is that country first. They're trying to further create a protected class while blanking Americans on behalf of that country. It's disgusting. We are out here, and I see most people are waking up. Sterling on Facebook left this post that says the following: to all the people that support Donald and everything he does, just admit that you're in a cult. You're not America first, you're Donald first. I voted for him, but that doesn't mean I have to agree with everything he does. He's done many good things. I can't argue with that, but he's not perfect or infallible. Jeff writes the following on Facebook in an all caps post: I voted for him 3 times. I can no longer support this administration. John responds by saying, me either. Richard on Facebook left this post saying, I voted for him. I supported him. People are wrong sometimes. It happens. Allie left this comment on the White House's Facebook page where she tagged the president himself, and we know he's not going to read this, but I will. Mr. President, my partner and I were just talking about how tough things are getting. Gas prices, groceries, electricity, rent. It's a lot. We were reminiscing about the year 2000 when gas was $1.26 and think it'd be amazing if you could help bring those days back. We're talking about real relief for working class folks here. any chance you can look into lowering gas prices, it'd mean the world to us. And I voted for you twice, and would do it again. Sincerely, a concerned voter. You know, perhaps not starting shit with other countries would have probably kept the gas prices down. And it's also the part where she says she voted for him twice and would do it again. She probably doesn't know what the 22nd Amendment is at all. You know, that thing that only grants a person 2 terms in elected office or presidency? You know, it's there to prevent people from accumulating too much power and potentially establishing a dictatorship.
Trump's America is ruining lives for everyone but the 1%. Anyway, let me know what your thoughts are with these MAGA voters, some of them who have finally seen the consequences of their actions. Leave your comments down below. I'd love to hear what your thoughts are. If it's your first time to the channel, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. It really does help out the channel. Also, if you haven't, check out this video. We go through a lot of MAGA regrets in this one, and some of them are... But nevertheless, I will see you guys when I see you. Peace.